Hey guys, we got Thomas Bepko, Justin DeCrosta. We got our weekly market update. Got some real good information. Unfortunately, most of us in our direct markets are experiencing power outages, if not, still do not have power, or generators aren't powering enough. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on. In Weston, when the outage came place, 97% of people with electricity in Weston were out of electricity.
Wow.
Town of Fairfield was at 67%. Things are way down today. A lot of the places are opening up, but it's still, power is still out. But the good news is mortgage rates hit all-time low in 2020. Yes.
Every
week,
week,
the 8th time they reported all-time low.
Every week, TJ, we're talking about mortgage rates are coming down, going down. And then this week, They reached to what? Historic record lows here? It's crazy.
Record lows. And if you're into just advice from somebody who's been in the mortgage business 18 years, if you were looking to pay off your house early, now also might be the time to look at like a 15-year and start shaving the term, because a rate at 2.25 and a rate at like 4.25 on a 30-year, you could save 15 years of interest. So just food for thought. Let's get to the market. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on. We're glad hope everybody's safe and healthy, right? Let's go, Just. What do we got? Fairfield, Stamford to Branford, now to Madison.
Stamford to Branford was, Madison and Weston plugged in there, but we like the Stamford to Branford term, so we'll stick with that. So starting off in Madison, 31 under contracts this week. That's up 10 from last week, so pretty good there. Inventory also up about double. Branford, 26 under contract. That's down about half from the previous week. So a little low right in there. Inventory about the same there as well. East Haven, 18 under contract, very steady. Had 13 last week, so mez right there. Inventory about the same as well. New Haven, very very linear here. 20 last week, 23 this week. 16 new, 17 new last week. So they're very even.
Right there.
No real spike there. West Haven up a little bit, 30 under contract this week, 23 the past. But their new listings inventory level rose about double, so that's good there. Milford saw a big jump, 28 last week, 41 this week. So
boom,
inventory bump there in Milford.
That's our town.
Our headquarters are located there. Clearly, we do a lot of business, and we know the houses are flying off the shelves there, so it was great to get a little bit inventory bump right in our hometown there. And then we go off to Stratford. Stratford, big week. Last week, 44. This week, 61 under contract.
Strat City, baby.
Strat City.
It's
big week.
It's always a YB pick. It's always a YB pick.
Big week there. And I have to say, TJ, I'm working with a lot of buyers from New York. Stratford's on the number one on their list. It's
the most bang for their buck.
Exactly.
The most bang for the buck still.
Exactly. So people, a lot of out-of-towners, that's really at the very top, if not in the top 5 of their list. And we're seeing that with these 61 under contract this past week. Moving on to Bridgeport, 55 last week, 67 under contract this week. So a nice bump there in Bridgeport. They've been very, very steady throughout this entire pandemic and continue to rise over this past week. Fairfield, always hot, always very, very hot. They were hot last week. They maintained it, 77 last week, 76 this week.
Okay.
Fairfield continues to crush. Inventory levels about the same, a couple listings different. Norwalk also crushing it, 73 last week, 75 this week. So they're continuing their nice summer pace there. Fairfield County towards the end, closer to New York, as we've seen over the past month, very steady, very hot, continues that streak. Stamford, same, 88 last week, 87 this week. So a lot of them are under contracts. Fairfield on over. Inventory levels, they're a little bit higher there, but they maintained it. 55 last week, 57 this week. So a little bit on the higher end there, but they continue to keep that pace. Westport, 46 last week, 45 under contract this week.
Man, steady across the board.
Steady. Very good numbers in the 40s.
Typically, they say, August is the slowdown. We're in August. right? We don't have power. All the towns from the shoreline into like 2-3 towns, even up to Litchfield, people are still out of power. So market's kind of on pause. It's still good to see that houses are still moving.
And to that fact as well, a lot of the towns here in Connecticut, especially shoreline communities, the school systems are beginning to roll out their plans for the coming year. Some of them are pushing off those start dates. Some of them are starting online. Some of them are doing hybrid. So maybe it's giving people, another month or so leeway to try to find a home if they want to be settled for that school season. So another interesting thing to just keep our eyes on. I know all parents like myself and TJ and our wives are keeping a close tab on what's going on with that.
Yes. I think I've been calling the Indian summer. I'm just saying it. I've been calling the Indian summer. We're flying right through to election, going right through, but keep going.
In the last town, Weston, 21 last week, 17 under contract this week.
Okay.
So it's not super high, not low, steady, and their inventory levels rose just a little bit over a couple. So
97% of Weston didn't have power.
Yeah,
97% did not have power.
Right in the market here, and TJ can attest to it too. We've had pre-approvals that can't be looked at. We've had offers that go in that agents aren't able to access because of the power outage. So it's kind of a funny week here. You can't get into some houses. I have some buyers trying to get into some new listings, and those sellers are putting them off due to the power outages. So a little funny, 10, 15 days here, but we'll get through it. Again, with those school systems rolling out their plans for the upcoming year. Busy week, a lot of information, a lot going on. We're still, still unsettled here, but it continues to be very steady over the past week, which is a good sign.
But we're cranking. Indian summer. I just wanted to touch on one thing from that same article about record lows, 8th time this year. The interesting thing is cheap financing's available, but are we finding houses to buy because of the inventory shortage, right? So we've actually come up with a good system between us with YB and TM, how to make a very strong offer, how to be ready, willing, and able to purchase. Sometimes you got to pull the trigger, maybe see the house once. And if you guys are interested, we have the tools. I just want to throw that out there. There are multiple offers everywhere. We are getting a lot of contracts because we have a system and we can get you into a house. So just want to throw that out there. Rates are low, inventory shortage. We can make it happen. Let's go, Just. Let's go. Be interesting to see what happens this week. Hopefully We'll all have power. Yeah. Shout out to everybody.
Everybody, hopefully you get your power back, get back to normalcy a little bit, at least how we've been accustomed to over the past month or so. And good luck to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Let's go, UI, Eversource. Come on. Let's go. I don't care about the articles. Let's go. Let's just get the power up, keep people safe. Guys, have a good week. Talk to you soon.